welcome to our channel. My name is Anastasia.
I'm Vadim.
And we're super nervous right now because this is the first video on our channel in 3 years. And we're officially bringing our channel back to life. And we are doing it first time in English. So we decided to start with the Portsmouth, New Hampshire, just because we live in the state and we love it so much. And it's May, it's really gorgeous outside. We are going to walk, explore and show this town through our eyes. We'd love to see your comments, support and just have you along for the ride.
Let's go! Alright, if you're road tripping through New Hampshire, put Portsmouth on your must-see list, especially once the weather warms. From these shots you can probably already tell, it's a beautiful, cozy city. Seriously, even the local bank looks photo-ready.
But Portsmouth is also steeped in history, settled back in 1623 with museums and stories waiting on every block.
In this video we're taking a long stroll through the city, checking it out from every angle, tasting the local flavors, and spotlighting the must-visit places for anyone who finds themselves in Portsmouth. Of course, we started our day downtown, and by the end of the day we'd loop through it a dozen times. Unlike the one street centers you find in most small towns, Portsmouth downtown doesn't stop at a single road. It just keeps unfolding, packed with the shops, restaurants and souvenir nooks you'll actually want to poke around in. We rolled into the city early, before the crowds showed up, so we could be among the first to step inside the city's best-known museum, Strawbery Banke. On the way over we passed a bunch of other museums too, but heads up, a lot of them only open from June to October, so keep that in mind.
We got to the Strawbery Banke. This is like an open museum with a lot of buildings on it, and in each building you can come inside, look at some historical old stuff. But there are still a lot of people with the kids because they have a lot of outdoor demonstrations and there are a lot of animals, ships, and it's fun. This is really interesting. This is a grocery store and I already see some Hershey's chocolate and the soups that we still have in the grocery stores, but they're just so old. And we just left that grocery store and there was a woman outside and she asked me, did you find something that you would like? And I said yes, and she's like, oh, so come back a little bit later and I'll pack it for you. It was so sweet. So actually there are guides in some of the buildings and they go with you and show you everything, but in most of the buildings there is nobody inside and you just kinda go by yourself exploring everything and seeing different details of daily life from 17th, 18th century, and it's interesting, maybe for somebody, but not for us. So we do really like this place, but I think it's much more interesting to come here with the kids, and especially with the fact that we are not really good in history, especially in US history, so for us it was just an interesting walk. Oh guys, I wish you can know how difficult it is right now for us to film everything, to walk around, to take videos, especially to do blogs, because everybody comes to us and asks so many questions. What are we doing? Do we want them to take a picture of us? And we also try to speak in English. So it's so difficult. I feel like we cannot do this, and I'm so disappointed, and I really want to give up.
Because we just started. It's our first location. So
it's our first location, and we're ready. It's just stressful for us, especially in English. We always think that we make so many mistakes, and we always think that we can't do this, but we really want. So we are not giving up, and we'll do our best.
Let's get some food.
Yes, let's eat something. We finally stopped for the picnic and I really hope it will change our food in a better way. We got coffee, tea, bread pudding and pistachio croissant. We went to the Albacore bakery. This is a very popular and busy place, really busy, especially on Sunday morning. There were no places free to sit, so we just found this Prescott Park, 7 minutes away from that bakery, and we're gonna have our beautiful lunch on the air here.
Prescott Park is a really nice place. Back in the 1930s, two sisters bought the land, landscaped it, and turned it into a public waterfront park before donating it to the city. Today the park hosts concerts and all kinds of events every year. But what really grabs attention is the massive bridge linking New Hampshire to Maine. You definitely won't miss it.
My personal advice, sometimes take your time, stop and read this information because you can find some interesting facts here. For example, this bridge was built 102 years ago. Wow, that's interesting. That's it.
But what you're looking at now is a replacement for the old bridge. Every half hour, the span lifts, letting everything from tiny boats to big ships glide into the harbor. And that same harbor is the home to the Portsmouth Naval Shipyard. Founded way back in 1800, it built submarines during World Wars I and II. Nowadays, it handles major overhauls, refueling and modernization projects. We've been in Portsmouth 4 times, I think, and it's so windy every time here.
Even with the fact that it's more than 60 degrees, it's still so chilly outside. And we wanted to take a harbor tour, but I'm not sure about that because I feel like I'm gonna get cold really fast. It's super windy.
So now we know Portsmouth is famous for submarines. And you can actually see and even go inside a unique research submarine that was built right here at the Naval Shipyard.
Okay, so we decided to visit an Albacore Museum. And we checked the maps, and it was only 20 minutes away from the Portsmouth downtown, so we decided to walk. Why not? We like walking. Guess what? This is a real American style of walking. When you walk next to the road, nobody's here. Only us and a lot of cars and the submarine. So, but luckily there is a path for pedestrians because in area where we live, it's just impossible to walk. Even if it's 10 minutes, it's impossible to walk because there are no walking paths. But luckily we are here. We made it. Wow, that's so cool. And there are nobody inside. We are the only one here. And I love it so much. Woo!
Can you go up? Or
No, we can't. No. Can you imagine somebody was really sleeping here? Like you need to be really skinny. You can have American diet and sleep here at the same time. Do you see any information about can I try to lay down here? Let's find. Oh, there is for somebody who is blind like we are, audio tour.
The forward escape trunk was the main entry for anyone coming on board.
USS Albacore was a true underwater lab. Launched in 1953, her smooth Albacore-shaped hull set the standard for every fast submarine that followed. She twice broke the world speed record below the waves, and after retirement in 1986, she became a museum. Though hauling her ashore was an adventure in itself. Up front, the boat squeezed in 26 bunks for enlisted sailors. Space was really tight. Pipes, valves and wiring snaked between mattresses. Because there weren't enough beds, 3 men shared 2.
This is also a bed.
1 on watch, 1 asleep, 1 getting ready to swap. Next up was the captain's cabin, which she shared with the executive officer. It had a pull-down sink, a tiny desk, a locker and gauges by the lower bunk, so the skipper could check course, speed and depth without getting up.
It doesn't work.
A bit farther aft, there was a 3-bunk officer's stateroom, and across the passageway lay the wardroom, where they ate and did paperwork.
Can you imagine like really working here as a whole day? Like, so if it's locked, you really have no space. I hope people on submarines right now have much more space.
I don't think so. The real heartbeat of the submarine was the galley. Two cooks somehow turned out 3 hot meals a day for 55 people, plus soup down and midnight rations. The baker kept morale high with the fresh bread and pies, and every other week was lobster day. This is definitely my favorite place. Fresh water was more precious than fuel. Each sailor got only a gallon a day, just to wash, shave and take a really quick shower. Only the galley crew could use more.
I'm so glad we decided to visit this place because it was so good. It was so interesting. There are bottoms everywhere and you can push the bottom and listen to very interesting information, and I really enjoyed it.
Then we returned to downtown and just a short walk away strolled through Prescott Park. It's a great spot for family lunch. Basically a small island reached by a narrow footpath with gazebos, a playground and a plenty of trees, so even in a hot day the shade and breeze keep it comfortable. The only problem was that we hadn't packed any lunch, and sitting in a gazebo empty-handed wasn't ideal, so we had to quickly figure out where to grab something to eat.
Of course, we wanted to try some good seafood. We found Surf Restaurant, which had great reviews on Google Maps, so we decided to check it out. There was a line, so we gave them our number and went for a little walk. We had barely walked off before they texted us that our table was ready. It took less than 5 minutes.
We ordered 2 lemonades and a bowl of clam chowder. I was really excited to try it because I love clam chowder, but the potatoes were slightly undercooked, so it was just okay. The hot buttered lobster roll was absolutely fantastic.
I had the seafood trio, haddock, scallops and shrimps, and everything was incredibly tender. Overall, we loved the place, and the view from the window is lovely as well.
For our next, possibly most cinematic stop of the day, we had to drive, as it's technically outside Portsmouth. We went to Great Island Common, which I think is the best place to catch the sunset.
That's a pleasant park with walking paths and a large playground, but the main reason to visit is the clear view of Portsmouth Harbour Lighthouse.
Unfortunately, storm damage has closed the lighthouse to visitors until further notice from the Coast Guard. You can take a cruise to get a closer look at the lighthouse, but they don't run very often. So for now, the best view is from Great Island Common, which also gives you a clear view of another lighthouse. The original one on this spot was built in 1771, and the lighthouse you see now replaced it in a little more than 100 years later. On this beautiful location, we are finishing our trip to Portsmouth.
Beautiful but really cold one. Look at me, I'm wearing a sweatshirt and a jacket, and Vadim's wearing only a t-shirt.
Yeah, as always.
But I'm just freezing. I really want to go inside the car, but I also really want to tell you that we really appreciate your time. And thank you so much for being with us today. I hope you liked the video, and if you did, please let us know, leave the comment, and I hope we'll see you soon.